Greetings and salutations, Mega Wizard 79 here with another episode of Dark Souls. So in our last episode we went and crushed the Gaping Dragon, and with that essentially defeated the last available boss that we can pretty much fight here, with the exception of Sif, the Four Kings, and the Asylum demon, which is all the way back in, well, the Undead Asylum. But yeah, so today we are going to be heading back to the Asylum real quick just to pick up one little item that I missed, and then when we finish that we'll ring the second bell of awakening up in the church to open the way to Sen's Fortress. By the way, sorry about that, I called him Oswald. That's not his name. His name is Petrus. So yeah, oopsies. So yeah, off camera, I went and I got the magic weapon, as well as also I think I bought one other sorcery. See, because I bought, I bought magic weapon, I bought heavy soul arrow and soul arrow, as well as a few of the pyromancies. So yeah, so with magic weapon, look at that, 492. That is amazing. Those numbers make me happy. But yeah, so there we go. I mean, with numbers like that, I might be tempted to maybe, I mean, what level am I? I am level 44. I don't think I'm strong enough yet to fight the Asylum demon. I mean, granted, he's not that, I don't know, I mean, I have more health and better defenses than I did last time, so who knows, maybe. I could probably give it a shot. The issue is that damn fall. But I have more Estus this time. I don't know. The only reason I just don't want to fight him right now is just because, apart from the souls, the only other thing he gives me is just a what was it again? Like, oh yeah, he gives me a Titanite slab, which I don't really need right now. Oh, you, I hate these guys. There we go. On the ground where you belong. Alright. There we go. Done. Alright, but yeah. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stick to the plan. I'll fight the Asylum demon at a different time. Not right now. What did he drop? Why did I bother picking that up? I knew he was just gonna drop a broken straight sword. There we go. Okay. Now, so the item in question we want is over here. Really? You can't get... Okay. Anyway. Alright. Now, the reason I buffed my weapon is because at the end of this hallway... It's a black knight. What the? Ugh. Ooh. Yeah, this is... Oh boy. Oh, whoa. He's just gonna wait for me. Oh, really? He didn't try to... Whatever. There we go. Done. Alright. Now, there's one more here in the asylum. And I guess I might as well go and kill him too. Yeah, no. The issue with them is that they're just both in really obnoxious areas, like narrow corridors and whatnot. But I mean, there's only one more, and they don't respond, so I might as well just kill him. He's not really that far away from where I need to go anyway. He's actually just down that path. He's down over here. Yeah, you can see him. Alright. Oh boy. Fortunately, they're just the normal sword guys, not the great sword wielders. Oh yeah. I love this. Look at that. 2 hits and they're done. Alright. That's all that. Okay, let's get out of here and head back to Firelink. So yeah, that item I picked up, it'll unlock a secret area in Orlando. It won't be for a little while, but it's good to have it on hand. Okie doke. Alright, now getting down isn't necessarily as hard as getting up. Not that getting up here was hard either. All you do is just do this. Boom. And boom. Granted, I didn't stick the landing, but it's fine. Let me just rest up real quick. Alright. Now, when I ring that second bell, I'm going to have to double back here real quick. Because, there's an NPC who's going to be summoned. Okie-doke. Nope. I'm going the wrong way. Anyway. I love doing that. It's great. Alright. Come one, come all. Ow. It's funny that they're taking so long to kill me. I'm essentially on boss level with them. Now, what's really cool about ringing this bell second is that in the cutscene when Sen's Fortress is being opened, that right there, it's actually Sen's Fortress. You can actually see it from here. But yeah, when you when you ring this bell and Sen's Fortress is being opened, you actually see it ringing in the background. It's a nice little attention to detail there. Something I didn't even know about until I was told of during a cutscene. I mean, sorry, not during a cutscene. During a Let's Play of this very game. Alright. Be careful. I know there's like a generous amount of space here, but still just be careful climbing up this way. Ooh. Yep, there it is. It looks... it still looks kind of low poly. Here we go. And there we go. The gateway is opened. And you get a nice little trophy for that. Yeah, once again, like I said, just climb down this ladder. Nice and slow. Tiptoe around. Alright, and then with this one, you can have the fun. Whee! And what do you know? This is, Oswald.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Careem, the Park. Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome. Cometh thou to confess, or to accuse? For indeed all sin is my domain. Hast thou acquaintance with Petrus of Thurn? I wager you two have likely found much in common. For is he not too drenched in sin?
Yeah. Not very, oh boy, that's not a point in, Petrus's corner, I'll tell you that much.
Hast thou... I wait, for is he...
Okay, so yeah. So you can request absolution, which is if you committed a sin towards a character, specifically an NPC, you can, pay X amount times your soul level, and then basically, I think it's like 100 times your soul level, or something like that. But yeah, you pay a certain amount times your, multiply it by your soul level, and, that's how much you have to pay. And then, what do you call it, and then basically, you know, if the NPC's still alive, they'll get resetted. If they're dead, then this does nothing. I mean, it removes the sin, but it doesn't bring the NPC back to life. And then Abandoned Coven, this just allows you to abandon your current coven. No harm, no foul, no penalties, no nothing. And from him you can buy Purging Stones, Indictments, which you can use to report people who invaded you, Homeward Bones, and the Book of the Guilty. You can also buy Karmic Justice, which is an insanely powerful but insanely expensive miracle. Belka's Talisman, which scales with intelligence, not faith. So, you know, if you're an intelligence build, that doesn't mean that you'll be denied, you'll be denied you'll be denied miracles. Anyway, you can also, and then you can buy a couple rings. You can buy a ring of sacrifice, a poison bite ring, or a blood bite ring. The poison bite ring is really useful if you're going to be heading into Blighttown, and the poison bite ring is, if you're, it's only really good if you're like fighting skeletons or stuff like that, because they make you bleed. That's pretty much it. That's the extent of his wares.
Thou art welcome any time. It is only human to commit a sin.
Okay, from this point on, get used to him, because he's going to be here, in this exact spot, like this, for the rest of the game. Or until you kill him. Whichever comes first. Anyway, but now that Sen's Fortress is open, we now have a whole new area to explore and get murdered in. I do love my work. Anyway. Alright, so yeah, like I said, I'm heading back to Firelink real quick, because there is now a new NPC there. That tree in the background is actually the Great Hollow. I'm not sure if it's no, it wouldn't be. I was wondering if whether or not it would be, if that would be like, if that giant tree is actually related to the ash trees, but I don't think it is. Thought I'd heal up real quick. Alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Kingseeker Framp. Now, he's a primordial serpent, which, to be honest, I really don't know what the hell that means, but that's what he is. There's actually two primordial serpents. This one's Kingseeker Framp, and he's essentially like your kind of Merlin character. He's basically the one who's, you know, telling you that you need to succeed, basically, succeed the current king and what have you, and, basically bring peace and order to the world and yada yada yada. While the other one, who's located in New Londo, and the only way to get to him is to... Okay, so... Alright. So, Kingseeker Framp and Darkseeker Cath, both of them, they're essentially puppet masters, more or less. This one here wants you to restore the fire, the other one wants you to let the fire die and become the new Lord of Hollows. There's really no way to know who's telling the truth and who's telling a lie, because the game basically, depending on which one you give the Lord Vessel to, that's kind of the ending you're going to end up with. So to speak. Well, Not really, actually, because after you kill... Because even if you side with him, you can still choose the Dark Lord ending and just, you know, say screw the fire. You can... So, to be honest, I mean, I'm confused of why they have these two diametrically opposed characters, and to top it all off, the fact that the other one you will probably never even meet because the way to access him is so convoluted and obtuse. So first you have to get all the way down to New Londo and pretty much fight the Four Kings. But before you can even do that, you gotta go all the way to Anor Londo, get the Lord Vessel, not give it to Framp, but instead go straight to the Four Kings, show the Lord Vessel to the guy who's basically one of the catalysts of the banishment sorcerers. Yeah. Basically one of the sorcerers of New Londo down there. The keeper of the seal. Ingrid. Yeah, that's his name. So yeah, you gotta show him the Lord Vessel, and then you can, basically he'll give you the key to unlock the seal, thus allowing you access to New Londo and thus the Four Kings. But there's a trick here. Even after doing all that, you still gotta go to the Darkroot Garden and kill Sif, because unless you kill Sif, you can't get the Covenant of Artorias, which is a special ring that is required to fight the Four Kings, because the area that they're in is the Abyss, and if you jump in there, you die instantly. So even though you technically have access to this boss, basically before you place the Lord Vessel, you still have to go through so many hoops. And even if you choose not to get the Lord Vessel and instead you decide to kill Ingrid for his key, you still have to kill Sif beforehand anyway. So yeah, there's a lot of choice, I'll give you that much. You know, but my goodness, there's no way anyone would have figured this out on their first, second, or even fifth playthrough. Like, this is the kind of stuff that you would only figure out if you literally played this game to death and basically checked every single nook and cranny. My goodness. Better than me, that's what I say.
Ah, hello. Was it you who rang the bell of awakening? I am the primordial serpent, King Seeker Frampt, close friend of the great Lord Gwyn, chosen undead, who has rung the bell of awakening. I wish to elucidate your fate. Do you seek such enlightenment? By the lords, are you certain? Well, perhaps I was wrong. There can be only one chosen undead. I will continue my search. You are freed from duty. But then again, you did ring the bell of awakening. I will stay here a while. Speak with me if you should change your mind.
I've never said the no option. I just wanted to see if you would say anything.
What brings you here? Had a change of heart about your fate as an undead? Very well. Then I am pleased to share. Chosen undead, your fate is to succeed the great Lord Gwyn, so that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead. To this end, you must visit Anor Londo and acquire the Lord Vessel. I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent? Those who seek the realm of lords must brave Sen's fortress, a deadly house of traps. Many have gone before you, but none have returned. Fate has chosen you, but proceed with caution. Those who seek the many have fate.
And there you have it. Okay, so, as you can see right here, it says I can feed him a red Titanite chunk. So, if you have Titanite chunks in your inventory, red, blue, plain, white, you can feed them to him to basically turn them into smaller pieces. For example, you can turn red Titanite chunks into green Titanite chunks, or sorry, green Titanite shards. You can turn large Titanite, you can turn regular Titanite into large, and then from large into shards. I would recommend not doing this because chunks are incredibly rare and hard to come by. So, yeah, just don't do it. And this right here, this allows you to give him, pretty much this is the only way to get rid of stuff you don't want. Like, as you can see, feeding this stuff to him gives you a certain amount of souls and whatnot. What is it, like, you know, certain items will give you more or less, and, interesting. Okay, so I guess it counts stuff that's even in your okay, so you can even access stuff that's in your... Okay. So yeah, to break the Titanite chunks, you actually have to have them physically in your inventory, but it looks like to feed him items, you can just do it from your... Yeah, it just accesses your inventory box. Fascinating. But yeah, that's pretty much all you can do with him.
Farewell, chosen undead. I remain here and await thee.
Okay. So, by this point, if you've already exhausted, the Crestfallen Warrior's dialogue, he's basically will start saying that, you know, there's something stinky and noisy and stuff here. And, you know, he's talking about King Seeker Framp. And essentially, by him being here, it drives him insane. And, you know, if you finish his if you exhaust all his dialogue, he goes down to New Londo, completely hollowed, and you have to kill him. And, yeah, he's not even, to be honest, he's not even worth the trouble. He only gives you 1,000 souls, and he doesn't even drop any items for you. So that's why I just don't bother talking to him at all. I'm sorry, I'm just... oh, boy. Sorry. Just... Just been really tired. Work and whatnot. Man, I love smashing these guys. Well. Anyway, so off to Sen's Fortress we go. But before we do, just one final loose end. Just rest up there, so this place becomes our spawn point.
Well, hello again. Yous need it. I know little all up those.
Alright, I figured he'd have.
I'll be seeing you, Matt. Be careful.
I'm waiting for him to talk about Artorias, but I guess he doesn't say anything until after you get the Lord Vessel. Or at the very least you go down to New Londo. I don't know. Okay, so, as you can see, Onion Bro is gone. He's already gone inside. So... Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. From this point on, there is no God, there is no salvation, there is no heaven, there is no hell. There is just this purgatory. Alright. Alright. Away we go. That's a pressure plate. Don't step on it. Till you do that. Use the traps against them. Now, these guys are referred to as the man serpents. And yes, you can backstab them. Let's see. So, they drop their shield and their swords. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so... Soul of the Brave Warrior, that's a nice chunk of change. Alright. Oh boy. Yeah, this place. Oh, this place, I hate this place with a passion so much. Did it fall down? No, he did fall down. Moron. Oh well. Now, if you time your shots right... And there he goes. Oh. About time. Yeah, so that guy, well, come on. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so that guy, he'll, see that guy coming too? No? Alright. So yeah, so that guy, so he was actually all the way over there, and he fell down because he probably saw me, came charging at me, but he got hit by the pendulums, so he fell. Oh, isn't that nice? He fell and died. I mean, he doesn't... At least I think he's dead. Oh yeah, he's dead. Or sorry, it's a she. I forget that. I keep forgetting that the four-armed ones are females. All right. All right. So thus begins our long, arduous journey. Now, the reason I agitated her so she would get out of my way is because if you didn't do that, she'd be right here pelting you with lightning as you're trying to navigate this stupid bridge. Now, the only way to get down there is literally to jump. You have to jump off that, land down there, and then deal with those guys. I would highly recommend against it for the simple fact that not only do you have to contend with 3 of those nasty biddies, but you also have you have 3 Titanite demons. You have 1 here, 1 over there, and then 1 back there. And the ones in here are way more powerful than any you find outside this fortress. Alright, so this trap. There's pretty much no way to avoid it. Except by doing that. Alright, so as I said, you will meet your first mimic here. And I will tell you I will show you exactly where he is. burn that into your retinas. Okay, that guy. Don't waste your time with that guy. Just leave him alone. This guy, however, he is there specifically to teach you that trap exists. There we go. Now, no matter how much noise you make, that guy will never wake up. So you have nothing to worry about. Alright, so. Yep, there it comes. Ooh. Man, I didn't think it was that close. I guess I can't even stand a hair outside of here. Alright, so then. There we go. Come on. I love this sword. Alright. Now, this is where you meet Onion Bro for the second time.
Oh ho! Ah, where did you come from? Splendid news, I tell you. Ah, so you see my plight. Yes, indeed. I've run up against a wall, or a ball to be precise. I'm afraid I'm a bit too tough to be outrunning those things. So here I sit in quite a pickle, but who knows? Perhaps we'll have another development. Perhaps I could try some rolling. Bah, no chance. My head would spin.
So yeah, pretty much his solution is just wait until it solves itself. Yeah. Alright, so I hate this slope. The slope is so annoying. Alright. Alright. Okay, so one. Oh, that hurt. Wonder if she's stupid enough to come down here. I guess not. There we go. Fortunately, she's weak enough that I can just smash her with my weapon. Alright, now there should be a chest here. Yep, here it is. Ring of Steel Protection. One of my favorite rings in the entire game. So, the Ring of Steel Protection. That's what it does. It raises all your physical defenses by a fair amount. Of course, though, for me to use it, I have to give up Havel's ring. And at that point, then I'd be doing the fat roll. So, I can't really do that just yet. But I will eventually. So. There we go. Alright. The shottle. So the shottle is Lautric's weapon. It allows you to go through shields, like if they were butter. Or rather, air, because they're like non-existent. Ah, missed my chance, I gotta wait. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Made it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, man. Anyway. Okay, so. Oh, what the? He was not supposed to be there. I kid you not. This guy was not supposed to be here. He was supposed to be back there. Alright. wonder. Alright, so this one, it actually comes from behind you. There we go. Okay, so. Run. You'll always get hit, but trust me, it's worth it. Alright, now then. Turn it here. Come on. Oh, wrong way. One more turn. Should do it. Now. Nope. I guess it has to be facing the opposite direction. Now. Bingo. Alright. Now let's just turn it back. Alright. So, just so you know, even though I'm setting it here so it shoots off into space, the blasted thing moves on its own. It's triggered to move when you get over there to that slope, and then when you get to that room over there. So no matter how much you wish that it would just stay in the position you leave it, it's not. Anyway, but yeah. But the whole point of sending that down here was to make that big hole right there. Now, unfortunately, this guy took no damage because I wasn't able to witness him getting hit. If I saw him getting hit, I would have, the damage would have been real, but it wasn't. Okay. So, we won't be able to access this item until we get a key, which is all the way up there. Same thing with him. We won't be able to let him out until we get that key. But we can talk to him.
You seem quite lucid. A rare thing in these times. I am Logan. I'm a bit cooped up, as you can see. I have a bright idea. Suppose you set me free. I'm old and empty-handed, but I could repay you with knowledge and sorcery. This place is melting my mind. The inactivity is repressive.
Now, if you remember what Griggs said, you should know who this guy is instantly just by his big honking hat. This is Big Hat Logan, the most powerful sorcerer in all of Vinheim. So, yeah, we want him out, because we want access to his sorceries. More specifically, I want to follow his storyline, because I find it very interesting. I love watching him go insane. Oh, that's right! The master key opens his cell. I totally forgot. That's right. The master key opens these. Well then. That's right. That's why the master key is so damn useful. Because it can open these cells and let him out. Okay then. I guess we don't have to wait.
Oh heavens. Thank you. I'm safe. And I'd love to resume my travels, but I must log a few things first, and I owe you a favor. I will return to Firelink Shrine. Speak with me there, so that I may impart my sorcery.
That's developer talk for, they didn't want to animate me walking or basically getting killed or anything, and we won't be able to teleport until later games, so yeah. You mind just leaving, reloading the game, whatever? Just stop looking at me. Let the game unload me.
Oh, hello. Don't mind me. Go on ahead. I'll be along later. Whoa, I'll be just fine, young one.
Yeah, like you were so fine that you didn't get caught inside this obvious trap.
Oh, hello. I'll be along later.
Ah, well. Anyway, alright, so, Yeah, we released Logan earlier than I thought. I totally forgot that you can use the master key for that. God, the master key is so broken. Anyway, we'll just cut it off right here, and then in the next episode, we'll continue onward towards the top. Until that time, though, this is Mega Wizard 79, bidding you all adieu.